Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Lex Gray here. We're doing another skirmish today using my house rules rule for battle, which I completely forgot to mention in my last video where I was talking about the game the entire video, but I didn't say that. I don't think I said the title at all, at least in the first few minutes. So, Roll for Battle is the name. It's always ongoing, and I did make some changes with some uh, recommendations from a comment in the last video, and I will show you the comment now. It's a repeat commenter. Chris. So here's their comment. Now, I will mention what changes I made in some fashion. Basically, we look at number two. Don't use chips for actions, just draw cards. That's what I did. I no longer will be using chips for like some kind of allowance in the action cost. It's just the entire team can move. Whoever wins the highest draw of the card or the dice roll will go first in the wave. Moving down to number five, I did this. So basically, it says I would use the higher number wins with attack and defense rather than a set four. This makes modifiers more useful. I agree. So basically, the whole Savage Worlds target four thing or the four, what's a target number from the VSSR game that I was previously using is off the table, pun intended. Basically, whoever has the highest number wins the draw, wins the roll. Ties are not valid. It has to be higher than the actual uh, opposing roll. Six, basically, it's something I just ignored on the game. I didn't really include it, so this comment did kind of inspire that. You don't need a morale in this type of skirmish game. I agree. I did not add a morale check. Um, Number seven, I wouldn't draw extra cards for tiers above one. I will give an extra card on attacks from behind. That's exactly what I did. I no longer draw the amount of cards or dice roll for the rank. Everyone draws one card. Everyone rolls one die, whichever system you use in my game. But the ambush, the from behind, is a bonus draw or roll. And then number eight kind of took from it. Give hero quirks like rogues get an additional attack card. It's somewhat similar, basically. That's essentially what the boosters were in my game. So again, boosters are anything that's beyond just a regular attack. If it's like a range attack, if the mini has some special ability, like they're magically aware, or they have magical spells. If they have more armor, that's basically what boosters are. In other games, they're called special abilities. So yeah, okay. Now that's basically the most of the changes I made. I might have missed one or two. But for this video, it is going to take place in the underworld, or the Underdark, I guess it's called in D&D. And I've got some new scenery, some new pieces, and a few new minis. Basically, it is an objective game. And let's go to the board so I can explain what's happening. So here we see this Underdark chasm, and we have our Space Marines on the left here, and we have our main only opponent called the Dark One. It's kind of nicknaming this episode called Against the Dark One, depending on how I make the title. But basically, it will be 5 rounds. The Dark One is a rank of 6, so he can take a total of 6 hits before being removed. 6 hit, he gets removed. This little thing here is a reactor. It has a rank of 3, so it can be destroyed, but there is a defense roll, so it has a save of its own. Our team, their goal is to destroy the reactor, but this guy right here, the Dark One, is quite powerful. His boosters include Magic Missile, along with his typical melee, and Ice Storm, which is a 3-inch radius. So he's definitely going to be a nuisance. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, the objective is for the uh, Space Marines to attack and destroy this device here, this core reactor, which in turn may actually explode, which is one of my rules here. Explosives cause a 3-inch radius of damage. Okay, That's really it. We will go up to 5 waves total, and let's begin. We'll draw the opening card to see who goes first. Ties will constitute a redraw. 5 for the Space Marines and 6 for the Dark One. The Dark One goes first. Okay, let's have him move in the direction of the Space Marines. He'll move up to this little divider. Okay, now it's going to be the Space Marines. Like I said, we don't have any poker chips here to spend the allowance of actions. It's just one side moves all of their minis. Let's have this guy here move up to this spot and open fire within 9 inches of the Dark One. Okay, so here's how it works with the updated rules of Roll for Battle. You draw a card, 5 is pretty good. The saving roll from the Dark One himself, it's less than the 5, which means he takes his first wound for the game. Okay. Oh, actually, um, no. Yeah, that's it. I thought he had armor, but actually Big Blue back here, I forgot to mention. Big Blue, that's right, I completely forgot. So the Spartans, these 3 smaller Spartans are typical rank 1. Big Blue is a rank 3. He, because that equals the number, so basically rank 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's equal on both sides. The rank is how you match the game to balance out the fairness factor. Big Blue has heavy armor. He has +3 on saves. That's his booster for this side here. Okay, so this guy went. We caused 1 hit. Next, we will do this little guy. He will run up to this UNSC, these little Halo scenery pieces I got recently. I'm hinting at a future Halo video, hopefully. And he will fire at the, well, there is an obstruction, this little spike here. I will add a -1. So he's going to fire at the Dark One. So we're drawing the card. 3 is not too impressive. With a -1, so that's 2. Oh, but he still beat the ace. Okay, so the Dark One is going to take another wound. That's 2. Maybe this is too easy. All right, this next Space Marine will move in front and fire at the Dark One with a -1 modifier because of this slight obstruction. Okay, we're drawing the card. Ace is unfortunately not going to do anything because that wouldn't have mattered. The Dark One was able to um, deflect it. So now we have Big Blue. Big Blue is melee only, so he will move here, and that's all he can do. I could dash him, which is an additional 3 inches, but I want to keep him, and actually I might use him to tank uh, and distract the Dark One while these 3 Spartans are going to make their way to the core reactor and destroy it. We'll see if 3 is actually going to be good or if I should increase it to rank 5. Let's actually increase it to rank 5. I'm thinking that's too easy. Because I already have 2 wounds on the Dark One. So let's balance that out a little bit. Okay, that's it for round or wave 2. Wave 1, now we move on to wave 2. Okay, now we're going to draw the card to see who goes first in this round. We have 4 for the Space Marines, 3. So that means the Space Marines go first. Okay, so this guy is going to run up to here and fire at the core reactor. We'll draw a card. 4 is decent. What about the core reactor? Fail. So the core reactor takes 1 hit. I'm actually using it to using this die here to represent its current hit count, its current health essentially. Normally I just put the wound marker, but it's in reverse for that aspect, so you guys can see how much it has. And also I don't forget. Okay, so he did his first move. Then this Spartan sorry, Space Marine is going to move up to here and shoot at either the Dark One or the core reactor. I'm thinking let's shoot the core reactor. So we'll draw a card. Six is pretty dang good, but if the core reactor draws a six, it doesn't work. Look at that. It deflects it, so it is no good. Okay, this little guy is going to run up with Big Blue, and can he fire at the core reactor? He certainly can. Let's draw a card for, oh, that's not going to be good. It does not work. So ace is pretty much an automatic fail. So similar to one-page rules, it's an automatic fail. Okay, let's now have Big Blue make his way behind the Dark One and strike. This gives him two cards. So he draws two is not so impressive. A three, not so impressive. Now, the Dark One, like I said, has no additional armor. He draws his card. Let's look at the rules here really quick for if I changed or updated anything regarding from behind ambush. I think it's under melee. Melee from behind gains a 2d6 roll, two card roll. There's nothing about the saving roll being modified. Okay, three. He blocks it. Okay, good. Well, good for the Dark One. And that's it for the Space Marines. The Dark One is going to turn around and attack Big Blue himself. This will be, let's see, what does he have? Magic Missile and Ice Storm. Well, he is in melee range, so that's what he will do. We're going to attack with melee. Two is not so impressive, but a ace. That's right. So Big Blue has an armor of +3. Oh, okay, he does save it either way without the armor bonus. Okay, that's all he can do, which doesn't seem too fair. So again, Dark One has one action, and that's all he can do. Our commenter did mention having more than actions, but I did not apply that. Okay, well, either way, we'll keep going. Next is wave three. Let's draw a card to see who goes first. This is for the Space Marines, and this is, okay, the Dark One goes first. Dark One will attack Big Blue again. He will strike with a 3. Big Blue has +3 on his armor. That is a success. He blocks it. Okay, back to the Spartans. Let's move this Spartan here. I'm sorry, Space Marines. And he's going to continue. Let's just keep him right where he is. He'll continue shooting. He's in within range. I forgot to check this last time, but he's within range, totally within range, or within a sight, I should say. And he's going to fire at that machine. Six is a pretty darn good draw, but another six will block it. Okay, so that is a success, which means this takes another hit. Down to 3. This other Spartan, this other Space Marine slash Spartan squadron, is going to move up to here. They're trying to keep their distance away from the Dark One and open fire at the machine. Drawing the card. 4 is decent. Can the defense, the saving roll? Okay, fail. All right, so that's good. They now lower it down to 2 health. And the last Spartan is going to run up here and attack that core reactor. Maybe I should have given the Dark One more enemies, or like the ability for him to spawn enemies. Well, either way, let's keep going. He's going to fire the core reactor. 5. Saving roll. 6. It did not work. Okay, that's it for round 3, I believe. The Space Marines went second, if I'm not mistaken. I completely lost track of what I was doing. My gosh. Okay, well, to round 4. It's actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I completely forgot if this was shoot. My apologies, guys. I lost track of my order. I think Space Marines did go first. So let's have the dark one attack Big Blue. I'm gonna throw in a free attack here if I didn't truly screw up. A 4 against. Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. All right, now we move on to wave 4. I will keep the cards on the table this time to remind myself. Okay, so this is for the Space Marines. Oh, okay. All right, so Space Marines go first. Let's just keep these cards here. There we go. This is wave 4. Space Marines go first. We'll have this guy shoot at the reactor, trying again once more. Ace is an automatic fail. Big Blue is going to kind of get in the way right there and attack. Let's see what happens. Can he attack successfully? 6 is a really good roll, but that was a block, so no good. This guy is going to shoot as they kind of continuously shoot at the core reactor. This red one here is going to attack with a 3, which is not bad. 2 is a fail, so that means the core reactor is down to its last wound, its last hit. And then the blue one is going to attack. You can get a little closer and fire. Drawing the card. 4 against the core reactor. That's a fail. Okay, so let's remove the card from the Space Marine side. And now it's the Dark One's turn. Okay, so let's think of a strategy here. The Dark One is now outnumbered. He is pretty powerful, but look at this. He's going to spin around, move back, and fire the Ice Storm that I mentioned earlier. I'll use a white chip for this to signal, to simulate where this Ice Storm is being launched at. Okay, that's obviously within the 3-inch radius. So I'd say for this booster, it automatically hits, but we draw a card. So 6, that's a darn good roll. So he has a 6. Now we got to do 2 saves with -1. Remember, explosives, which I'm considering this, is a -1 penalty on saving rolls within the radius itself. So can they match 6? They have to match 6. Again, that's a really good roll. 4, -1, that's a 3, and that's a 2 with the -1, which means these guys get removed. They both are defeated, destroyed. Awesome. So that was a great attack, and that's all the Dark One can do. So that was his trump card to make a dent in the body counts. Okay, so that's it for round 4. The reactor's still there. We're down to our last 2 Space Marines, and now we begin round 5. I'd say that worked out a lot better than I thought. Okay, let's move up his marker before I forget. There we go. Okay, let's draw a card for our opening roll. This is, ooh, that's not good. And then oh, the dark one goes again. Wow. Okay, so the dark one is going to attack this one here from behind. Again, because he's shooting while Big Blue doesn't have a ranged weapon. So he's attacking from behind. This gives him a +1, or a 2-card draw. Sorry, just clarifying here. Melee from behind, 2d6. Okay, so that's 2 cards. Drawing the 2 cards. That's going to be the 3, obviously. We'll choose that one. And then the saving roll, the saving for, oh, he actually managed to block it. Okay, good. That's it for the dark one. All right, well, this could be it. He's going to run up here and shoot at well, he's super close to maybe sacrificing himself. He's going to shoot a 5. Oh, let's remove the card from the dark one side. Okay. And the saving roll on the machine, it is a fail. So, which means the machine explodes. And that will, let's draw a card for explosion. 6. Ooh, that's a fail. So this mini is destroyed. There you go. Well, tell you what, let's keep going on this last round. Let's have Big Blue just attack. Obviously, you can't defeat him in this one round, but let's just have some fun. So he turns around. He's going to attack the Dark One. And let's say We're going to draw a card. Oh, that's pathetic, so it's a fail. Well, either way, technically the Space Marines won. The objective was to destroy the core reactor, which they did indeed do. Okay, well, not too bad. I actually think the latter, the second half, the last two rounds were waves. Gotta get these terms down. Round wave four uh, was great. I enjoyed it. So the dark one almost clinched it, but that booster of his, the Ice Storm, that was, I'd say, a great use of it. And yeah, the draw the card you drew, I think, is six. But either way, these new updates with like the card rolling against and have to exceeding the defending roll, the saving roll is a great change. It's not just that fixed number four, which at heart I still like, but this makes it more chaotic and probably more deadly. But I think what I would have done differently was just have a couple more small spawns, a little minions running around for the dark one. Maybe I would have lowered, excuse me, I would have lowered his rank down a couple to spawn those two individuals or three because I still want to have that fair balance between rankings. So again, we had four or so Spartans, Space Marines, and we had the Dark One who was strong, but he can only move one, only do one action at a time. Maybe I could have given him a booster where he does have, uh, there's an idea, he does have multiple actions. That's a booster. So might consider that next time. But let me know what you guys think. And thank you, Chris, for the suggestions. And I hope you like how they kind of shaped out. They're kind of, they're not exactly as you mentioned, but they are, some of them are. But either way, I do like how the game is folding out, or I should say, rolling out to be. And I will now make a list of boosters based on these past test runs. So, as always, shorter video today, but either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.